The state is a parasite. It is robbing people. It is destroying lives. We cannot allow this. We must stop it. That's the message we need to get out. It isn't enough to be nice guys.
Sounds like you're trying to be a rapper.
That is the market. If you tell the truth, and if the audience senses it, they will ride with you to the end of the earth.
There is this parasitic force in Washington, D.C. that's grown bigger and bigger and more powerful.
Oh, they used the Dune dude.
The Libertarian Party Mises Caucus. They are doing incredible work.
Your support has made Defend the Guard Act the most important non-interventionist legislation in the entire 21st century. That credit belongs almost singularly to the activists in the Mises Caucus.
Government is simply the biggest corporation with a monopoly on violence.
We need to be fearless truth tellers and absolutely cut through everything.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
Chris Cuomo, if you really want to go on this rehabilitation tour, why not come through me?
I'll fucking throw you down these stairs like a fucking punk.
Dave Smith and Chris Cuomo have agreed to a debate.
They need to be called out and shamed.
It's not the politics of it. It's not necessarily even the ideas. That's secondary to the culture. And how do you guys feel? How do you feel about this community? How do you feel about this energy?
It's not that complicated. You know, freedom is not a complicated issue. Just have fun talking about it and spreading the message.
How cool's the doctor that figured that one out?
Stop doing evil and terrible things that provoke them.
We did. Well, that's ridiculous. That's where I'm just...
If you care about your fucking content, read Ludwig von Mises and the economic school, motherfucker.
Some of you will be threatened. Some of you will be intimidated. Some of you are going to fold.
This is Special Agent Christina Chen. I'm going to give you an opportunity to verify my identity.
I got an award from the Mises Caucus for the most visits by a Fed award. But as Angela said, liberty is dangerous.
I will walk into a den of vipers every time if there's a chance that I can convert a single one of them and move the needle in the direction of freedom.
I love dealing with libertarians.
The libertarians, they're great people, and they are based largely on common sense.
We would be so lucky if we convinced a single blood-sucking statist to adopt a single one of our policies.
That convinces me the revolution is alive and well.
What's your message to those people?
By our fruits you'll know us.
Hopefully in a year, 2 or 3, I'll come back and everyone here will say, Maj, you were wrong. Peace.
Nice,
right.
dude. Great.
Yeah.
Nice.
Another banger of a video by Dan Smots. Good job putting that together for the Mises Caucus. And right on time, too. We're rolling into convention. And what other way to drum up some excitement besides some good MC propaganda? I fucking love it. And you know what? I mean, I'm excited now. I wasn't really excited to go to convention. I was pumped for the battle on the floor always. I'm pumped to see and meet people every single time. But now we got Vivek there, we got RFK, we got Trump. If you thought that the libertarians were invisible before, it's really hard for you to say that now. It's really hard for you to make an argument when we have two of the most popular presidential candidates arriving at our convention vying for the votes of libertarians. What do you guys think about that video?
We are the prettiest girl at the ball, and 2 of the richest guys at the ball want to fuck our brains.
I was being so professional, Mitch. Yeah, that's a good analogy, but I would not describe libertarians as a pretty girl at a ball. I would say maybe it's a husky woman at a truck stop, and she's got some shit to sell. I don't know, dude. But yeah, Tim, what's your take there?
Well, you asked what I thought about the video. The video is fucking great. So that's my answer. The video is great.
What kind of girl is the Libertarian Party? That's what we're asking now.
Here, let me rephrase that. We're a fat neckbeard who made tons of money off Bitcoin, and now 2 gold diggers are coming for us.
That's good.
I liked your original one better. It was better.
But what would you say it is, Tim? We need an analogy from you.
What would I say the Libertarian Convention is? Like
what kind of girl is the part, or
depends
what kind of girl
on
is
who
the
you ask. Depends on who you ask. Like, yeah, you know, she could be like the free-spirited, you know, self-assured, you know, whatever, confident, got it. Like everybody wants to be around her, like you guys are saying.
Yeah.
Or it could be the slut standing on the corner spreading her legs for Donald Trump.
Yeah, I was about to say, Trump
It just
would be
depends
like,
on who you ask.
Trump would be like, Libertarian Party, a lot like Stormy Daniels.
Yeah. Just pay them 150 grand. They'll shut up. Or they
Yeah.
won't, and they'll give me a bunch of money.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay, here we go, Tim. What are you drinking on? I know you've been sipping on the honey whiskey. Are you still sipping on the honey whiskey?
Yeah, my goal is to finish this tonight so that I can go buy a new one. So
Yeah.
I'm going to start working on that. Yep.
I'm sipping on some spiced rum.
Fucked up. Yep.
I'm sipping on some spiced rum because you guys were talking shit. You and Duke talking shit about how I don't drink. I'm trying to be healthy,
I didn't
whatever.
say that.
You said I was trying to be healthy, and Mitch doesn't drink anymore. I watched last week's episode. You don't think I watched the episodes? I go back. I watch the episodes. I've watched them all, and yeah, I'm gonna make up for it when if there's a week where I don't drink, I make up for it. I don't run run the bill up like Mara. I will never ever do that. Mitch, he's fine. I drink for Mitch too.
Yeah.
I take that back. I don't drink.
Okay, hold on.
I don't drink for Mitch too.
I was about to say, man, you're playing a dangerous game there.
Yeah, I'd be severely unhealthy if I did that. But okay, it's my show. It's my show.
Kelly's
people.
got it going on.
What's Kelly saying?
Red's apple with a half a shot of caramel moonshine.
Oh.
I don't know about the red apple, but the caramel moonshine sounds dope as fuck.
But coupled with the Red's apple, it's probably like caramel apple, right? That's
Isn't
what
like
you're
red
going for.
apple ale like really sweet?
It's really sweet, really
Yeah.
sweet. So that's too sweet for my taste personally, but
I'm
it
drinking
does sound
Coke
good.
and honey. I think I'll be fine.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so that was a good cold open. This was also another contender for a cold open, just to get the show warmed up. Donald Trump truthed out this video of just on his social media, and this is why he was the GOAT at Twitter.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh my God.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's the kind of Trump I miss.
I mean, that's just funny. And whoever's running his social media team, they're doing a good job. Maybe he's doing it, but he's definitely not editing the videos, right?
Oh no.
No.
Well, when I was trying to find that, because before we switched over to this other format, I was trying to find the video. It looks like that first clip is like 3 years old of him swinging the golf club and hitting Joe Biden. But then like they found all these other clips and put them together. So
Yeah.
not an original idea, but it's still funny.
Someone ran it by him. They were like, "Hey, each time he falls, we'll just add a new one." He's like, "That's a great idea. I think you could add a little like bing bang bong and perfect."
Yeah.
The bing bang bong makes it for me, but the amount of times Biden's fallen is concerning.
Hilarious.
Yeah, it's hilarious. He's the president of the United States of America, though, so we need to clean our shit up. Okay, moving on.
We need to clean our shit up the way he cleaned up Ashley Biden.
The way
There
the way his aides have to clean up his shit, probably, right? Yeah. So, welcome to Swampcast again. Iranian President Ebrahim Raisi, dead fuck in a helicopter crash. This or May 19th. So I guess was that Sunday?
2 days ago.
Yeah. And Tim, you were saying that he was trying to. He was like a helicopter pilot. He was like saying he could fly a helicopter.
Yeah, I'll try to find the Twitter post that I saw about it. But he was basically like people were pointing at it and saying like, "Oh, at least the Iranian president knows how to operate a helicopter." Apparently not. You got him.
Well, do we know he was flying it this time?
No, we don't.
Or
we
was
don't
that just a public thing? Like, oh look, he's doing this, kind of like Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, the video that I saw of him operating the helicopter was just him like in the cockpit, basically like messing with the controls. It wasn't him like actually flying the plane.
Well, that's like you've seen like those Korean videos where it shows like Kim Jong-un like doing everything and looking spectacular always when doing it. I'm assuming that's probably what that could have been too.
Oh, I think there's a bunch of memes here.
Of course there's memes.
When did he die? The 19th?
The 19th. Yep.
19th.
Okay. So yeah, the 20th. This is a meme. There you go.
Yeah, we can go and pause the video if you want to get to the memes. That's pretty much.
It's fine. The music is epic. It's good
Right.
for it.
Oh, there you go.
You can see him.
Okay.
Yeah. That's me. That's the Iranian president operating his helicopter. Honestly, I've tried to buy some of these. They're fucking expensive, though. They're like 50, 60 grand. You want?
Why do you and my dad have a death wish? My dad's like, I just want to build one of those, helicopters powered by just one propeller. I'm like, dude.
There was one. Yeah.
Why do you want to die?
I don't see it in here anymore. Yeah, there were a bunch of people like posting the day he got in the helicopter, like, oh, at least the Iranian president knows how to operate a helicopter. You can't say that about American leaders. You can't say that about Western leaders. There's all these like leftist people that are pro-Palestine. It's the same kind of culture.
Well, they voted for the guy who can't even operate a fucking bicycle, so fuck them too.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, my question on this and why I brought this story up is this a coincidence or did some foul play occur? What do you guys think? It was foggy. It was really foggy, and Israel said they had nothing to do with it. But I think that maybe this is a sign that the Jews do control the weather. What say you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know enough about what goes on in Iran. Like, they're supposedly a threat to America because they allegedly fund all these terrorist organizations. I think they actually do. I don't know. I don't know enough about it. I don't see why, like, there's so many opportunities to kill him. Why would it be in this? It just seems like maybe he bought into DEI. He was giving it a try, and they all died. I don't know.
Yeah, Mitch.
Everything I have seen seems to indicate that this was just bad weather. I mean, even when Scott Horton and Dave Smith are saying that, I'm kind of more inclined to think that that is the case.
Did they come out and say that? Because I do trust both of those guys.
According to Dave Smith, he messaged Scott Horton about this.
And asked him what he thought.
Yeah, and Scott apparently said that, like, it seems like it's just bad weather.
And that's possible. I mean, it happened to Kobe, and it does happen.
Killed. He was going to vote for Trump. They killed him.
Yeah, I guess some people got the Kobe conspiracy going on. Whatever. I don't think it was a coincidence. I think that maybe something happened, but we're never gonna know what happened.
Why do you not think it was a coincidence?
Because Iran and Israel are actively exchanging missiles back and forth. Like it's a hot war at this point. We're on the edge of World War III.
Yeah, but they didn't really engage in that heavy stuff. It was just the usual bullshit they do.
I mean, I forgot who it was. I brought him up to Tim. I think we almost put it on the show. But when Iran hit the Israel military sites and got past the Iron Dome with some of their missiles, that was kind of a shock to Israel. As much as they downplayed that, they were able to take out what people are saying minimal losses. They took out some aircrafts and one of Israel's like highly guarded sites, like one of the most highly guarded sites in the world. And so that was in response. So I think they're just going back and forth.
If we're going to go with the theory that he was killed off by IDF, like they didn't shoot him out of the sky.
No.
We agree there. So like what? They co-opted the pilot to engage in a suicide run into the forest? Like I'm just trying, like I was trying to pull up, you guys can see it. I was trying to pull up pictures of the accident site, and like it's not like, the trees are all burned up. Well, these are bad pictures, but like up here, like it doesn't look like there's like, like there was a giant fire. Like it looks like a fucking plane crash. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, we got fucking satellite lasers now. We got viruses that you can put on any computer, like Stuxnet happens.
They hit him with the heart attack gun, but like he's midair, so anybody that's on there, it's a suicide mission.
Yep. I mean,
I'm not buying the idea that this was like. I do think it was a coincidence. I think people try to find conspiracies under every rock, and they point to anything monumental or changing that, or anything that changes the narrative. Anything that happens, they're like, "Oh, that was conspiracy. Oh, that's definitely an inside job. Oh, that's this, that, the other." It's not always that way. It's just sometimes stupid shit happens, and I think this is one of those cases.
I think that's the most. Yeah, I think that's the most likely explanation and the most reasonable explanation. But to me, my gut feeling, for some reason, it's too much of a coincidence, And I think militaries, especially the IDF and the US, we're so advanced we don't even know what we have. Like I think it could be like a Seth Rich situation where they put something in the
bolster
helicopter.
your theory, maybe they hit him with an EMP and knocked out the helicopter, and it just crash landed.
Yeah, and
but wouldn't that have effects in other areas too?
Maybe they got some shit we don't know about.
I don't know, man. Look at this picture. I mean, it looks like they're in the middle of the fucking woods. Who are they affected? Tommy.
Well, there's other
Tommy.
areas out there.
Nobody even knows his name.
Yeah, and when like Trump killed Soleimani, they knew where the fuck he was going. They're like, oh, this guy's going to Iraq.
But that's not a question. He bragged about it.
That's not even a mystery.
I mean, if maybe if we still had Trump, he would have been like, yeah, no, we shot him out of the sky like a dog.
Yeah,
he was like a duck. He fell from the sky. But
I was playing Duck Hunt. I was like EMP, done.
Yeah. No, so I'm gonna stick by that, and we'll stay by this. If there's any, see if there's any developments. But it's just too much of a coincidence right now after all the stuff going on.
So much like when we had Jeffrey Han on, Rob, we're gonna revisit this later on.
Yeah, we will. We'll get onto the COVID stuff.
And we'll have him on again. Every time we're about to have him on, it's like, dude, what's the development with the Walmart tunnels? Gotta know. Gotta know. If we have a massive underground system of Walmart tunnels, there's got to be something new going on with that.
I mean, in some ways, I kind of want to get a job at Walmart now just to see if I can find these.
Maybe that's what libertarians.
I'll infiltrate there.
Maybe that's what libertarians should do. Maybe we need to spy on all these underground conspiracies.
Yeah. So here, what is this? This guy's gonna like fucking answer the question, right? He's gonna go investigate and find out if the Jews are really behind this.
Right. So sticking with Israel-Palestine right now, the ICC, International Criminal Court, which I like to cover this stuff because I have an interest in international law, mostly because it's a voluntary body of law. So I don't know how they're gonna carry out the enforcement of this, but this guy is seeking to arrest some Hamas leaders, and he added Benjamin Netanyahu to this list as well, and they're going to investigate everything that's been going on. So take a listen to what this prosecutor has to say.
Today, that I have reasonable grounds to believe, on the basis of evidence collected and examined by my office, that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Minister of Defense Yoav Gallant bear criminal responsibility for the following international crimes committed on the territory of the State of Palestine from at least the 8th of October 2023. The crimes include starvation of civilians as a method of warfare, willfully causing great suffering, serious injury to body or health or cruel treatment, willful killing or murder, and intentionally directing attacks against a civilian population.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for Netanyahu.
Yeah.
And this particular clip came after the part where he said he was going to also be looking to arrest and seize Hamas leaders. So, to be fair, they're going after both sides of the coin. And, it's just a further development that the international community and the UN and the ICC have done in kind of recognizing everything that's going on in Palestine.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. Like you said, it's a civilian group, so they don't have like any actual authority anymore.
Yeah, I mean
this is going to go nowhere.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Yeah. But see,
I mean, they're bringing a case, right? So if they
like
if you sue somebody, I mean, and you sue them for a crime, you could probably get them in jail or something. I don't know.
Right, but this is like a criminal. Like we're talking about, he's bringing him in for war crimes. And here's the thing: America and Israel are not going to go along with this. Much like China doesn't go along with a lot of the case. Like they've been tried in front of international bodies for invading territorial waters of like the Philippines and shit, and they don't recognize it. So it's like, if you don't recognize it, what the fuck can they do? So the international law is all like a voluntary body of law, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm just curious to see what's going to go on. Like if they're going to pose like this, like serious looking motherfuckers in front of a camera, in front of the whole world to see, and say, we're bringing you in on war crimes that are legitimate claims, very legitimate claims, what's going to actually happen? And that's kind of my gripe with the UN and the ICC and the ICJ. But do we want them to have an enforcement mechanism necessarily? I don't really want to. I think the people of the country have to hold their leaders accountable.
My inner Alex Jones is screaming about the globalists listening to you.
They are anti-Semite, so
they are globalists, but I'm saying it has to be a voluntary body of law. But like your people from your country have to keep you accountable, and no one pays attention anymore. No one does. That's the issue.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to go anywhere just because they're not a legitimately recognized organization. So they have no authority. They can do their investigations as much as they want, but they're no better than a YouTube essayist.
Yep.
It's not going to go much further than that. So
yep. So
and then the other part that makes me I don't know, skeptical about it is Hassan is all for it. So
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a left-wing take because he's bringing in Netanyahu, but he's also bringing in Hamas. Netanyahu also admittedly funded Hamas to create this endless cycle too. So I mean, he's not a good guy.
I guess the one thing, just to jump into your next story too, like I guess the one thing that makes it more legitimate is that like if a YouTube essayist makes a video about Netanyahu, he doesn't give a shit. But when the ICC puts out, they say they want to arrest him, he makes a response to that.
Yeah, that's true. So here this article from the BBC. I went to the BBC article before we go to the next one. It says Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has angrily condemned the International Criminal Court's prosecutor for seeking arrest warrants for him alongside Hamas's leaders over alleged war crimes. So he's speaking out against this. Netanyahu said he rejected with disgust that democratic Israel had been compared with what he called mass murderers. It goes on to say ICC is also seeking a warrant for Hamas leaders in Gaza, Yahan Sinwar, for war crimes. So, I mean, to be honest, both sides are wrong all the fucking time in the situation, right? Like, if you look at it introspectively, you go, well, Israel has a right to be there. They have a right to protect themselves. How they're doing it's not right. Hamas, puts itself under hospitals and schools and shit so that all these Israel creates these war crimes. Both sides are wrong. So I think the ICC is doing the neutral thing here and bringing both parties in.
Yeah, but where does it go from there?
Right. Yeah, that is.
Yeah, that's the problem.
That is the problem. I mean, I don't think it's a problem. I think it's the question, and I think it's right. I don't know if they can arrest both sides.
It's right to hold both sides accountable, but they can't because they have no authority to do so.
Yeah,
it's like if the Chinese president says "fuck Tim Crosby," well, fuck you. What are you gonna do about it?
Yeah, I mean, there are like international law. There are ways like they can be sanctioned if they
can
don't
extradite me. Good fucking luck.
No, I mean they can sanction them in different ways. I have to brush up on the I guess the sanctions you can get for not following an ICC decision, but there are ways that they can hold you accountable short of detainment and arrest.
Yeah, I mean I don't know. We'll see where it goes. I guess. I want to see, does ICC have any authority? Let's see what the thing says. Does ICC have any authority?
Well, that's what the if you go to the foreign policy article that I put in there.
Okay. Yeah.
Can the ICC actually arrest Netanyahu?
Oh, okay.
We'll just read there. Yeah. In the weeks following Hamas's October 7th attack on Israel last year, the top prosecutor of the International Criminal Court, Karim Khan, repeatedly warned those engaged in the war to proceed with extreme care, specifically cautioning against using starvation as a weapon of war. 6 months on, with Gaza experiencing a full-blown famine.
Blah, blah, blah. What is the ICC? Does the ICC have jurisdiction over Israeli nationals? The ICC can prosecute nationals of a state that is a party to the Rome Statute. It can also prosecute crimes committed on the territory of a state if that is party to the treaty, whether or not the defendant state is party to the Rome Statute. Yes or no?
Yeah, so the way international law works, if you are a signatory on a treaty or a body of international law and you say yes, we agree with this, and then you then violate that, you can be held accountable. But in a lot of international case law, countries have said, argued with their international lawyers like, hey, we agreed with that, but this situation's different because of this, because of that. So they have to go to court and figure all that out. So one, they have to be a party to the treaty. Two, they got to go argue in court if they are if they are a signatory to the treaty.
Yeah.
This is why I like international law. This is kind of my wheelhouse, but no one's hiring for international lawyers over here. I love this stuff.
There is no international law.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, there is, and it's a pretty cool body of law because it is voluntary. It's arguably the most libertarian body of law. It's just run by a bunch of globalists.
Okay, statist.
Yeah,
it's just run by a bunch of globalists. I mean, honestly, if you sign into a very body, I could make an argument for it. Just give me a while to write a book about it.
They want to turn the freaking frogs gay.
I'm sorry for trying to educate you.
No, that's fine. Anything to do with foreign policy, my default position is I don't give a fuck.
Most people don't. I think.
Yeah.
Obviously, as libertarians, foreign policy is one of our top. Well,
matters. It is important, but it's important in the fact that I don't give a fuck and I don't want to be involved in it.
We shouldn't be involved in either side. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
completely
fuck
agree.
the International Criminal Court or whatever the hell it stands for. Is that what it is?
International Criminal Court. Yeah. But I mean, both sides. If they're committing war crimes, they should be held accountable. To me.
Yes, by their own people. They should be, bring out the guillotines. But just
no, 100%.
I don't need to be involved.
Guillotine's way more effective than international law. Like 100% agree
Nice.
with everyone there. But
this is Kelly. Yeah, I'm with Kelly. Jordan Peterson, that shit. Take care of your own. Clean up your room, bucko, and we'll worry about the rest of the world later.
yeah, definitely break out the guillotines if you're both sides. Highly agree with that. Just doesn't happen either.
Oh,
All right.
I was gonna say when you're saying both sides are wrong. Yeah, I was surprised that the fence could hold you up. You were sitting on it so hard.
I mean, if I had to pick a side, I would say Israel's probably.
You're a
most
fucking
aggressive.
Zionist. You
No. I said they're the aggressor. They're the more aggressive.
Oh,
party
you
of the
fucking
situation.
commie. You goddamn Marxist. You just want to overthrow.
I was wrong either way.
That's right. Yeah.
Yep.
Heads I win, tails you lose. That's right.
Yeah, that's fine.
Anyway,
Okay.
yeah, we'll see what happens with it. I don't think that the Iranian president getting killed was some conspiracy, and I don't think anything's going to happen with these war crimes.
Yep. Yeah. No, I agree with you on the second one. Staying strong on my conspiracy theory there. All right. Moving on to the next topic. I will never stop ringing this bell until I die.
Okay.
Everyone who is in the COVID regime wanting to shut us down, y'all are all wrong. And you should apologize to every single one of us. The Atlas Society put out a video that's going to lead into this whole next topic from last week. Check it out.
The World Health Organization says there's no reason to stop the use of the Oxford AstraZeneca coronavirus vaccine. The statement comes after Bulgaria, Romania and Thailand joined 3 Scandinavian countries in suspending inoculations with this particular vaccine. They were reacting to reports of blood clots in some people who'd received the shot, although there is no evidence of any link.
The AstraZeneca COVID vaccine is being withdrawn worldwide after the pharmaceutical giant admitted it causes a rare and dangerous side effect. AstraZeneca admitted the claims in court documents lodged in February. Parent company Vaxzevria has come under intense scrutiny in recent months over a rare side effect which causes blood clots and low blood platelet counts.
Wow. So the conspiracy theorists were right? Is that what you're saying?
Right again, motherfuckers. I mean, go ahead.
Go ahead, Mitch. Yeah.
I mean, what is there to say other than what hasn't already been said, which is
Yeah.
pretty much nothing? I mean, for fuck's sake, the COVID regime, they have lied to us about everything. And at this point, why are you even surprised?
Yeah, I don't know. This is why you can't have mandates. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of with you. Like, I'm mostly with you. I'll say that. I'm mostly with you on like these people from the COVID regime cannot be forgiven. There are some people that just, they deserve to get it. Bring out the guillotines. Why not? But at the same time, you got to give respect to the people who were fooled by the propaganda and then changed their mind. So you got to have some road to redemption for those people. There's
Will
some
Chris
people that
Cuomo find a road to redemption?
Yeah, I don't think so. We were talking about this earlier. I think we should do a watch along. I think we should.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, we're going to.
Oh yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, I that debate's going to be interesting. I don't know. I've listened to a lot of Chris Cuomo on PBD, so I don't know that he deserves one or not. I'm sure that he's going to bring out all the worst quotes that Cuomo has ever said, of all the things he said and defending his brother, killing grandma and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. But there has to be a path because I don't want to get down this road where nobody can be forgiven for their past sins. Because then, I don't know. There's nothing good comes from that. So I don't know. But, these fucking pharmaceutical companies, no quarter. Kill them all.
Yeah, I mean, I think the road to redemption starts with a like pulling of your news story and then like putting out that you were wrong. Like they're doing right here, kind
they
of.
will on the 15th page.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Don't try and put it in there. Like constantly remind people that like, hey, we were really wrong about something very important that we pressured and a lot of people to do and locked up a lot of people and took their livelihoods for. Like they're just like, yeah, I was wrong about that, but this isn't bad. Like, no, you shut down the whole country, you shut down the whole world, and no one's gonna let you live that down.
Yeah.
It just makes me so mad. And now, like, I'm thinking, are all those videos that I saw of those, like, weird white blood clot things coming out of people, is that true now? Like, is that the rare side effect that we're talking about? That Alex Jones was putting out there? That he had that embalmist on? Did you ever see that? Where he had the embalmer on, and the embalmist had, like, these tubes full of, like, big white things. He was like, I've never seen these in my 20-something years of practicing, and I'm pulling this shit out of people's veins.
No,
y'all didn't see that shit. Yeah,
No.
that's deep down the blood clot conspiracy hole. And I've been like, I don't know what it looks like. Looks like calamari, honestly, like the consistency. Yeah. So is that what's going on? Like, what is next?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah. So that flows into the NIH again with the COVID regime finally admitting that they were proceeding with gain-of-function research at the Wuhan virology lab, which every single one of us pretty much were like, yeah, duh. Like, that's what was going on. Even Jon Stewart was like, yeah, that's what the fuck was going on. And, they changed the name or the definition of gain-of-function research on the website so Fauci could get away with saying, no, we weren't doing it when Rand Paul was grilling him a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I'm not going to pretend that I was like looking all into all their funding and where it went and what kind of research they were doing. But there were plenty of people out there saying like, this is no coincidence that the COVID virus started in Wuhan and there's a virology lab right next door that it happens to be doing research on this type of disease or virus. So yeah, I'm not going to say I know all the technicalities of it, but there were plenty of people that were saying this was true. And everyone pointing to them and saying, no, you're a conspiracy theorist, is bullshit.
And you're racist.
And you're racist. Yeah. The Chinese virus. Yeah.
Because somehow it's less racist to say it came from a lab instead of some gross market where Chinese people eat very disgusting things.
Yeah. I was going to say that. I was going to say that because like I heard that on another podcast the other day. And I'm like, yeah, way
bats,
more racist.
You bigot.
Yeah, the bats. That's way more racist than being like, yeah, some scientists fucked up.
Right.
Yeah. Or
dude,
a pangolin.
Or a pangolin. Oh, I'm sorry. Dude, Jon Stewart's clip is still good. It's still good to this day. Oh no, that's the chocolate factory. Yeah, it's so good. And so speaking of, well, can we play the NIH video from the PPD?
Oh yeah. Let me go.
Yeah, play that.
I forgot about that.
So this is the NIH admitting that everyone was right all along.
Dr. Tabak, did NIH fund gain-of-function research at the Wuhan Institute of Virology through EcoHealth?
It depends on your definition of gain-of-function research. If you're speaking about the generic term, yes, we did, but this is research. The generic term is research that goes on in many, many labs around the country. It is not regulated. And
oh, great. They're doing this shit everywhere.
It poses no threat or harm to anybody.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
What the
poses no threat or harm to anyone except for the millions of people that died of a man-made disease.
Is Leah Thompson a woman? It depends on your definition of man and woman.
Depends on what.
Well, answer the goddamn question.
That depends on what your definition of is.
Exactly, dude. Exactly.
Yeah.
So fucking stupid, man.
I like how clear she asked the question, and I like how he tried to obfuscate around it. But then everyone was like, "Our definition is you fucked up, idiot." That's so good. That was so good. And Rand Paul's been nailing this for a couple of years. Still, like every time Fauci gets up there, I'm surprised Fauci hasn't been arrested. I hope he gets, because they were acting as a rogue agency pretty much. Obama said no, we shouldn't do this gain of function. Pretty sure Trump said no, let's not do this gain of function. They stopped it, and now they found a back way to fund it. So I don't know who was overseeing that whole operation. I think it was Fauci, allegedly. So this guy should be locked up for the deaths of millions of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fauci is another one that gets no quarter.
Yeah.
But should he be sent to Guantanamo Bay?
Guantanamo Bay shouldn't exist.
No,
You knew where I was going.
Yeah.
I'm gonna change my last name to Guillotine and run for office, and that way I can legally say, like, you know, guillotine, like 2042 or whatever.
Listen, if
Angela
that happens,
McArdle is already the guillotine queen. So sorry.
Well, then she can run. I don't want to do it. I don't want to get in trouble.
Go ahead, Mitch. Sorry.
You know, there's a song called "It's Time for Guillotines." That better be your anthem for the whole campaign.
I don't know it.
I don't know it either. That's another reference.
Oh my!
The reference counts.
Dude, it's probably the most hilarious. Like, oh my god, never mind. Just
we'll watch it in the after show.
We'll watch it in the after show.
That's fine.
There we go.
Speaking of the after show, if you haven't joined the Discord, hit us up. Join the Discord. If you like what you're seeing, like and subscribe, share, get new people on. We need to hit that 500 follower mark to get sponsored.
Links down there.
Yeah, links down below. Keeping on with the COVID regime stuff, this is just media, Disney, ESPN, Stephen A. Smith, also on that same road to redemption line. This was Stephen A. Smith back in the day on Kyrie not wanting to take the vaccine.
But I've been covering the NBA now for almost 25 years. I mean, this is some of the stupidest nonsense I've ever seen. Just flat out stupid. So let me get this straight.
Okay.
So if the reports are true, because we don't know whether they are or not.
Now, hold on now.
But let's give credit to Sham and others who have reported this. It is what it is. Let's go with that, okay? If it is true, Jay, if it is true, Marcus. So
he names everyone in the room.
Taking the vaccine, your position is that you're going to sit up there and compromise the championship aspirations of an organization you signed on to represent. You coaxed Kevin Durant into signing on to represent. You played a role in coaxing James Harden into signing on to represent. You're going to compromise all of that because you want to give a voice to the voiceless. Really?
The fuck is
and how is that going to work out for you, Kyrie Irving?
You can pause it.
What are you talking about? Yeah,
I just want to say, can I please get Stephen A. Smith to like narrate more things for me? Because like, take away what he's saying.
Yeah.
Like, imagine him having to explain all the libertarian positions for us.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I mean, he does say it, and I mean, that's why he has a job. He's a good orator. But, I mean, he'll probably, and I'm sure if I spent some time, I could find a video of him supporting LeBron James, making some, you know, woke-ass statement, or some NBA people making some woke-ass statement on the other side of things, and being completely okay with it. But when Kyrie, who, admittedly, he's a flat earther, so he was on it. Yeah, Kyrie was a flat earther. I don't know if he still is. He at least was. But he was on our side back then. You're gonna sit there and criticize him for wanting to have a voice. Meanwhile, when on the other side of the aisle, you're gonna be like, he's got a platform. He's got a right to do that. I see what he's saying about the championship aspiration. He's like, you built this whole organization, you're gonna throw it away for taking a vaccine, which doesn't hurt anybody. It's just a vaccine.
Wait, what was the controversy at the time? Because I don't follow NBA enough. Were they
Kyrie
saying that all the
vaccine?
Were they saying that all the players had to have the vaccine to participate? Is that it?
Yes, but what his argument is the Nets at the time had Kyrie. They had Kevin Durant. They had James Harden. So they had like a bomb-ass team. And he's saying, like, you brought all these people on, and now you're going to jump ship just so you can have a voice and stand up against this vaccine? Yeah. Which I get where he's coming from. He's like, you just brought all these people on. But that's like the sports look, you know? It's like, you got to take care of your body first. And Kyrie's going like, I don't know what the fuck they put in this vaccine. And you know, from the media perspective back then, they're going, it's safe and effective. You know, you take it, you don't kill grandma. They're making you feel bad about not taking it. And so now looking back, the AstraZeneca shit we just saw, oh shit, you know, rare side effects, blood clots, people are dropping dead. Joey said in the chat, 11% of people got hit with rare side effects. Doesn't sound that fucking rare to me. But now flash forward to 2024, and this is why having a set of principles, and why I think libertarians, especially our principles, are very effective.
Whether right or whether wrong, no one can say anything definitively. I took the vaccine. Hell, I encouraged others to do it.
Okay.
By doing PSAs and stuff like that. Fair enough.
Others that disagreed with me, however, I can't knock them. They have the reasons for having their feelings. Aaron Rodgers is entitled to that. Just like Tucker Carlson is entitled to that. Just like folks like Chris Cuomo and others are entitled to change their minds once they've learned more and more about the facts. Popular podcaster Patrick Bet-David spoke about these things too. We learn more and more and more as we go on. The one thing that we're able to deduce from all of this, and we must peel from all of this, is that whether you agree with him or disagree with him, Aaron Rodgers is not stupid. He's not senseless. He's not the insensitive dude that people have excoriated him as being. And at least some of what he says, if not a lot more than some of it, gets attached with enough legitimacy to it that it will make you at least say it's something we need to discuss.
Completely right there. But that's in hindsight with hindsight 2020. You know what I'm saying? Literally hindsight 2020. So that makes me happy that Stephen A. Smith is coming back and like recanting all of this stuff and like standing up for people speaking out and holding their minds. But that's why like at the time he didn't.
So I'm wondering if Patrick Bet-David has any sort of influence over this, because he mentioned PBD, and I saw him do an interview with PBD some weeks ago.
It was.
I was thinking the same thing. I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're
maybe that's why he hired Cuomo. Maybe he thinks he could have a similar kind of influence here.
Yeah, and maybe he's right. And maybe what Tim was alluding to earlier before the show, talking about he's the heel, he's the NWO of the right wing PBD podcast. Yeah.
Yeah.
And even Adam, is it Adam? That's kind of like always
the annoying one.
The annoying one that I'm like, why are you saying this shit? Yeah, maybe that's why he's on there too. It's a battle of ideas, and he's hosting that battle.
Yeah. He's putting on a show. It's for entertainment. I don't know. I think so what these tweets
for
are saying.
Valuetainment.
Yes. Valuable attainment. Yes. So like this whole thing, Stephen A. Smith shamed Kyrie Irving on vaccine mandates when it really mattered. And now he's coming. Is it that funny?
No, I think I'm drunk.
Okay.
It was good. It was a good one though. It was funny. It was very funny.
I think he's still like, I wouldn't put Stephen A. Smith on the list of unredeemables though.
No. I mean, he's a sports guy. He's paying attention to sports. That's his thing. But when you're contracted by Disney and they're like, hey, tell the people to take the vaccine. And he does it because
he did all the PSAs. He admits to doing all the PSAs and shit, but he also says I was wrong about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if he said he was wrong about it, but I think he's kind of I think he's kind of like, I said it.
That was my position. That's their position. But he says like we learn more over time. We learn more and more over time, which to me is like an indication that he learned that he was wrong.
Yes, I agree. But he also was like, I don't fault them for that. But then we just played the video where he was like, Kyrie, you fucking idiot. What are you doing for standing up for your voice? So he did,
Yeah.
By the way, in hindsight, looking back at all this, I really hope the Mavericks win it all this year, just so we can point to this. And in case you don't know, Tim, Kyrie is now on the Mavericks.
I don't know that. Yeah.
If they win it all, oh my God, it's going to be. We can make all the greatest anti-vax jokes ever. We will never let them live it down.
Yeah, sticking with the COVID thing.
Yep.
Bill Maher also again. So in our streak of getting Anna Kasparian on here saying shit that we agree with her surprisingly on, also Bill Maher doing the same thing on his show last week with COVID.
I get it that we didn't know exactly what was happening at the beginning of COVID and some mistakes were inevitable. But 4 years on, I'm tired of hearing, well, we didn't know. No, we didn't. But some people guessed better than others. And the people who got it wrong don't seem to want to acknowledge that now. Some people said closing schools.
Is he one of those people? Sorry.
For so long was pointless and would cause much worse collateral damage to kids, and they were right.
He probably is one of those people.
Thank you. Don't be afraid. 4 years ago, the Daily Beast ran a story with the headline, Bill Maher pushes Steve Bannon Wuhan lab conspiracy theory, which was typical of the mainstream media at the time. Of course, it wasn't a conspiracy theory, and it wasn't owned by Steve Bannon. And now everyone, including the Biden administration, admits there's at least a 50-50 chance that the virus could have begun in the lab in Wuhan that was doing gain-of-function research on that virus. Duh.
The crowd clapping always just gets me mad.
What did Bill Maher say at the time? Did he say it was a bunch of kooks?
Yeah, I want to say.
I'm going to look it up.
I don't know. Yeah,
But
look
I
it
don't
up.
see a lot of retractions being printed. Yeah, when COVID hit, we did a lot of stupid things because America never reacts. It only overreacts. Ubers look like those Orthodox Jews who wrap themselves in saran wrap in case their
See,
plane flies
he does
over
pretty good job.
I remember that shit. COVID.
We washed the mail.
I didn't remember that, but when he said that, I was like, okay, people are watching there.
We played baseball in front of cardboard cutouts.
Yep, I remember that.
And fake crowds. They had a fake CGI crowd in there at one of them, too.
And ate in parking lots? Or with inflatable dolls? They closed the ocean. We banged pots and pans to show our love for nurses and our hatred for people trying to get a baby to sleep. For 2 years, we had to get nostril fucked every time we left the house. Serious people talked about having sex through glory holes, and if you don't know what a glory hole is, I wouldn't look into it.
You're part of the problem, guy.
Yeah.
Next.
We were told to wash our hands every 5 minutes and don't ever touch your face. And if you absolutely must go to the beach, for the sake of all that's holy, wear a mask.
Yeah, dude.
Outside. Because
People
the
still wear
last
masks
thing
outside.
You
I
would
still
want
see
to do
them.
when a disease
Yeah,
is
I don't
afoot is
get
get
that.
fresh air and sunshine and vitamin
Yo,
D.
real talk.
No,
Pause right there. You ever notice that everyone who still wears a mask out in public all seems like they're the same archetype?
Yeah.
Like they all seem like the same type of person.
Yep. 100%.
Germaphobes.
I see people alone in their car wearing the masks.
I saw it today on my way home. There was a lady.
Germaphobes, but like a very specific type of like I hate to have to even use this at the expense of sounding like a fucking right winger, but like it's a specific kind of leftist almost.
Yeah.
Like a specific kind of Democrat.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, if you're from like a foreign country or like if I see someone wearing a mask and they're like Asian or something, I kind of give them a break because like over in China and
That's
Japan,
a cultural thing.
Yeah, it is a cultural thing. They're all wearing masks over there, so I give them a break. But like everyone else, I don't know. I don't just assume you've lived in a foreign country forever, but I don't know you.
Samantha sitting in the car lot on the way to pick up her kid. I don't believe it.
Yeah. My favorite is when they're fat. I'm like, you're worried about the wrong thing.
It's better to stay locked up, stressed out, and day drinking.
Yes. Alcoholism is on the rise.
That's how this show came to be.
My roommate would come in after work and
remember,
pound a
natural
12-pack
immunity-
or a 6-pack of Coors Light every single day during COVID.
What else
It
you
was
gonna do?
insane. Yeah.
It's always the worst kind. So even if you've had the disease, you need a shot. Yes, some very bad ideas were embraced as the conventional wisdom, ideas that haven't aged well. And a lot of the dissenting opinions that were suppressed and ridiculed at the time have proven to be correct. Maybe that's why the powers that be never wanted a COVID commission. Why not? We love commissions. The Warren Commission, the AIDS Commission, the 9/11 Commission. The NFL even had a "is ramming your head into another guy's head bad for heads" commission. Really?
That's a good commission, yeah.
So where's the COVID commission? Because it seems to me we haven't learned a thing. Maybe the number one lesson from the pandemic was the need for proper air ventilation. Second was never go on a Zoom with Jeffrey Toobin. But
That was good. That was good.
But if there's been a big national movement to retrofit buildings, I missed it. Gain of function research is still going on in labs. We're still torturing animals by raising our food in conditions ideal for viruses to make the leap to humans. Bird flu was just found in a goat, which means we're just one lonely farmer from the next
You're one of my elders.
Why they keep showing that guy?
Yeah, he's not doing nothing. It's the same face,
we
too.
handed
He's
out
got the same
$4
face.
trillion of free money, $280 billion of which was just flat out stolen in what the AP called the greatest grift in U.S. history, and which started an inflationary spiral that we now blame on Biden. So we're going to bring back Trump, the guy who ignored COVID like it was the dinner check?
I mean, that's the end of the clip, but yeah.
Yeah.
He had me until the end there, where he's still kind of carrying water for Biden.
Yeah, I mean, they're both printing money. Like, Biden just continued.
Yeah, he said
How
it's,
about-
he said it started with Trump, but it started way before that.
Yep.
Long before. What is it? What happened in 1972.com?
How about
something like that?
1913? Okay, that's when it started.
Yeah, but I mean, more money was printed during the COVID regime than at any other
Ever.
time. Yeah,
all
ever.
other time periods combined. Yeah,
Right. So yeah, no, good point for like, if you're thinking about voting for Trump, look at all the inflation that's going on now. He had a lot to do with that, and that's what I try and tell Trumpers is like, that's why we're here. I don't know what else to tell you, man. But that to me is a good redemption. Like, hey, he's coming after people who were like everyone. It's like, hey, we were wrong. We're coming after all these people. Stephen A. is like, the guy might know something.
Yeah.
You know,
I think Stephen A. is more deserving than Bill Maher. I don't know. I feel like Bill Maher probably said some bullshit.
you might be right, because Bill Maher should be more in the loop, right? Like, he's a comedian, but he's a political commentator.
I want to go back to a question. So Joey asked, did he support Colin Kaepernick? Because we were asking, like, has Stephen A. been right or whatever? I think he did.
Yeah, I want to say he did. I think
so. This is a clip I found. We'll watch it.
All right. So the reality is he hasn't played since 2016,
Yeah.
but we're asking if he should get an invite to a workout or to a tryout. Ryan Clark here with us now. But Stephen A., what do you think? Should Kaepernick get a tryout?
He should have gotten a tryout. Let's just take this into consideration. The backup quarterback in Seattle, which is why Pete Carroll's getting on my nerves, continuously bringing up Colin Kaepernick as if he can't help it. You know, he's helpless. You could bring him in. You know what I'm saying? You could sit up there and put him on a team if you wanted to. We all know that Colin Kaepernick deserves a shot. We know that he deserves another chance. I personally believe this is all a publicity stunt on his part. This is all a publicity stunt. I don't care what anybody say. I'm done with all of this with Colin Kaepernick because, again, you had an opportunity for 26 teams to look at you while the world was transfixed. The whole sports media world was watching. The political world was watching since the issue of Colin Kaepernick had been politicized. The entire football world and beyond were looking forward to seeing Colin Kaepernick perform in front of the cameras, and he elected not to show up. But the bottom line is, let's not act like we don't know what's going on. He was blackballed. It was unfair. It was wrong. It's been wrong. And all of these teams are just giving lip service. Until somebody actually brings him in, they can all kick rocks because they're all full of it, all right? Because he should have been had a tryout. He should have been on an NFL team. But he also hurt himself because there was a way to work around this.
He's making an argument as to why Kaepernick shouldn't
He's
be
doing
taken
both.
seriously.
I was making fun of Rob for breaking the fence. Fucking Stephen A's breaking the goddamn fence. He's simultaneously saying that he deserves a shot, but also he shot himself in the foot, so I understand why he was never given a shot. Which one is it, motherfucker? You gotta pick one.
Yeah, he's literally speaking out both sides of his mouth.
That's how I read it. You seem different, Rob.
No, that's exactly how I read it too. Yeah. It sounds like he supports what he's doing, but you know, he also said, "Hey, you should have taken the tryout." I don't know. Like, he still like supported the issue. Like at the time of the COVID thing, he took a stance on that issue and said, "Hey, what you're saying about the issue is wrong." You know, and he kind of did take a lean towards, like, you brought all these teams here, you tried to take a sports lean to it, but at the same time, it's like on the issue you don't agree, so you're kind of flogging him a little bit harder than you should. Okay, that was good. So next up, is this the daughters thing? So more lighthearted topics.
No, drink count.
Drink count. Oh, I've had like I've had like four of these,
Oh,
4
okay.
shots
Yeah,
of these.
I'm on
yeah.
my second one. I'm gonna finish this. I'm almost there. Stop
Probably-
blurring.
Probably just 4 shots.
Stop blurring. I'm almost there. Yeah.
What do you blur? What are you blurring?
It keeps blurring. Like every time I pull it up. See the invisible bottle. You have no idea how much is in here.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
We don't want them to know what we're drinking.
Anyway, what's
Yeah.
this?
Let's just listen to your
By
president.
the way, I say to every young man thinking of getting married, marrying a family of 5 or more daughters. I did. My wife's the oldest of 5 sisters. You know why? One of them will always love you. Not the same one. One of them will always be on your side.
Holy shit.
That's the biggest advantage of marrying into 5 daughters.
What?
Hey, Joe.
What does that mean?
Okay. First of all, what he said was marry into a family with 5 or more daughters, and my first impression was
By
you
the
want to
way-
marry a girl that has 5 daughters. But no, he goes on to say like his wife had siblings. Yeah, listen
I
to it
say to
again.
every young man thinking of getting married, marrying a family of 5 or more daughters.
Okay.
I did. My wife's the oldest
Family.
of 5 sisters. You know why? One of them will always love you.
That's funny. I don't care who you are. That's fucking hilarious.
So, which one of Jill's 4 sisters did Biden fuck when he was?
Yeah,
younger?
right. Which one did he sniff? Yeah, which one did he sniff this time? I mean,
wow, dude.
Look at him! Look at him looking. Him and
Yeah.
Trump have been on like a comedy kick this whole week. Trump had like a little thing of TikToks at one of his speech. He was like, "Look at the inflation. The inflation's crazy." And then he was also, "What's this podium made out of?" And now Biden's doing, "I fucked my wife's sister" jokes.
Hey, I'm telling you, guy. You know,
Yeah.
one of them will always love you.
One of them
Here.
will always be on your side. That's the biggest advantage of marrying into 5 daughters.
That's the base.
If I did that joke, it probably wouldn't land. I think they liked it. I think.
I want to see the crowd reaction on that video.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
funny.
That was pretty good. I mean,
You know, all of Hunter's weird sexual proclivities are really starting to make sense.
Yeah,
like him fucking his brother's widow.
Or like-
Hunter. Oh, Hunter Biden. Okay,
Yeah.
or like if you take what's said in the Ashley Biden journal seriously about
Oh,
her.
I take it seriously.
Yeah, which
I have a family member who went to that same rehab.
She
Yeah.
said it was true. She said the journal is legit.
right.
It is
but
legit.
She is suing the person who leaked it, but
Too bad.
not suing.
Hey, you're the
for
one who left it at
defamation.
that rehab over on the coast.
Yeah, correct. But yeah, no, you can definitely see where it comes from. Obviously, they're a bunch of sickos. But you know, kind of funny joke there. I
That's
think
very weird.
yeah, I feel like we just covered a lot of serious topics towards the end. I just wanted to lighten up a little bit towards the end of the show. Going to his vice president, beautiful picture of Kamala Harris, and inside this picture,
What are we looking at this picture, Rob?
Oh, this is old.
these are photos of all of the black men she locked up and kept in prison past their release date for jail labor. A lot of them on nonviolent drug offenses. So if you're considering voting for Biden and Kamala Harris again, just zoom in on the picture and look at all these people's faces who could have been released, but she was like, "No, we'll make them slaves."
For Officer Harris.
There's a lot of people there.
A lot of people. She kept a lot
Back
of
the
people. in
blue.
prison. Yep.
This comment right here, so true. So many of them are still going to vote for her because Trump is an evil racist.
Yep. All right. Moving on to something equally as hilarious. If you don't think our country's already going down the shithole, take a look at what's going on in this oversight committee hearing.
Okay. Ms. Green agrees to strike her words.
I believe she
Chair
needs to apologize.
recognizes
No,
Mr.
she
Perry.
needs to
Okay,
apologize.
hold on. Then after Mr. Perry's going to be recognized, then Ms. Green
I'm not
has 4 minutes and
apologizing.
21
Well,
seconds.
then you're not striking your words. I am
Mr.
not
Perry.
apologizing.
Now let's go. Come on, guys.
Come on.
Why don't you debate me?
Come on.
Mr. Chairman.
Come on,
the,
bitch.
The minority.
Pretty
Chair
self-evident.
you're not.
Yeah, you're not.
out of order.
You don't have enough
You're out of order.
intelligence.
Chair recognizes Mr. Perry.
Okay, move to strike
I'd
the.
like to
I
strike
move to
those
strike.
words as well.
Move to
I would
strike.
like to
Move to
order
strike the
as
lady's
well.
words again.
That's 2 requests to strike. That's 2 requests to strike. Oh, they cannot take the
There's
words.
another motion to strike her words again. Please
All right.
get
Okay.
your members under
Here's the
control.
correct apology. Ms. Green, do you
God,
ask
she
unanimous?
sounds like such
do you
trailer
agree to
trash,
unanimous
but I am
consent
all here
to
for
strike
it.
Your words?
What do you say?
Do you agree to unanimous consent to strike your words?
I repeat again for the second time. Yes, I'll strike
right.
my words,
That-
but I'm not
all right.
apologizing.
Without objection. Without
Not
objection.
apologizing.
Chair
Reserving the right
recognize-
to-
Okay.
Okay, there's
Well,
another
how dare
video.
you?
I'm not apologizing.
How dare you
Meeting will
attack the
suspend,
physical
meeting will
appearance of another
suspend.
person?
Are your
Move
feelings hurt?
her words down.
Aw.
Oh, girl, baby girl.
Oh, really?
Don't even
Let's
play.
go!
Baby girl,
We are gonna move, and we're gonna take your words down.
I second.
How dare you?
How dare you?
She
All right, dude.
in
I'm
Robert's
here for
Rules
it.
of Order. In Robert's Rules of Order, I can only assume that whenever they said, "Yeah, no objection," she was like, "Yeah, I will agree to strike my words, but I'm not apologizing." And there was a back and forth after this too. The black representative, which Marjorie Taylor Greene was actually going at. So before the clip started, Marjorie Taylor Greene was like, "Bitch, you got some fake eyelashes."
Yeah,
Or what,
that was the
whatever.
original clip.
That
I
was
saw that,
that was the original beef between like AOC and the representative and MTG. And
I really feel bad for this guy in the middle of all of it.
Yeah.
oh, dude, in the longer clip, I don't know why that didn't include it. In the longer clip that I saw, he was like, "If everyone could just calm down, I got 2 hearing aids, and I just can't understand what's going." Oldest teaser move in the book. It's like that's what's going on with the people you're voting for.
Take the politics seriously, okay?
Yeah. Vote for better people. That's all I'm asking.
Dude,
and
all I was thinking the whole time that they were going on is Marjorie Taylor Greene needs a top lobster shirt. Censure these nuts. Because that was her whole answer. It was like, strike my fucking words. I don't give a shit. I'm not apologizing for nothing.
yeah, this is what I want to see out of our congressional representatives, though. I want to see fisticuffs on the floor like they do in fucking Singapore or Thailand. I'm tired of not seeing fights on the congressional floor. I don't care if you want to carry on professional business, but you're giving the outward look that you guys are working together behind the scenes. Throw some goddamn punches.
How do you think that?
I mean,
I don't perceive them working together at all. I think they hate each other.
No, that's what I'm saying. I want more of this. I want more of this.
It's not too late to have this year's election settled by Lauren Boebert and AOC mud wrestling on the floor of Congress.
Mitch, that is the best idea that you have ever had on this podcast.
I think you said it before.
It would unite America.
I'd watch.
Yes.
I think maybe we could get a tip bucket going around at in Washington, D.C. next week at the convention for that event. And we're already in D.C. We could go door knocking and make this happen. We can make this happen. There's big enough people coming to the convention. All we had to do is hit Walmart, get some damn Jell-O, and a mini pool. That's literally all you need for mud wrestling. And they bring the titties.
America.
Hey.
What?
I apologize. That bitch was crazy. So P Diddy. You skip past the.
Oh, the Republican fight.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That was new.
Yeah. So going along with fighting on the floor, Mitch, lead the way on this one. You found it.
So I found this right before we went live, and apparently this was on the floor of the Republican Party of Arizona. And wow, we get sound on that at all?
Oh yeah. I'm putting it up. Yep.
Yeah, they really go at it. I guess to give some context, the guy behind the camera, or I guess the guy in front, is more of a rhino type, and the other one seems to be an America First type.
We're not listening to it. Get your head out of No, you.
You little bitch.
No more rhinos in this place. No, you shut the fuck up.
Dude, his wife is laughing, dude.
He's got emotion.
She don't know shit's serious right now.
Oh yeah, you want to do it? You want to do it?
Oh, Steve's getting involved.
Old guy.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, now scroll
video?
up. Yeah, the second video is ice.
Full screen that thing.
Yeah. Did he pull his pants down? Oh, it was an old lady.
Yeah. I wish I could find a longer version of this. There has to be one out
there. No videotaping. Too late, bitch. You're going on World Star. So what the fuck? I heard Republican Party was on Lauren's side, but I didn't know to the point of punches. More infighting in Arizona. So What are they fighting about? Do you know?
I
don't
could
know.
not find the context of that other
Well,
than
the
this
guy-
seems to be the same meeting.
It seemed like the guy in the first video was saying there's emotion on the floor, so it's some inside baseball politics where someone put emotion on the floor to probably stop what this guy wanted to do. They probably had an argument about it.
Yeah.
Fisticuffs.
your
I like
head
it.
ass
I like
fucking
more of
ass.
it. I'm not gonna make fun of it too hard though, because shit could pop off at the LP convention this week. Not gonna lie.
It ain't gonna get violent.
Nah,
You don't think anyone's gonna violate that app?
Nah.
this isn't Pennsylvania.
I wouldn't be surprised. Speaking of not surprised, Diddy coming out with an apology, not from prison. I don't
Not
know where
from
he is.
prison.
Not from prison. I
It
don't
looks
know
like
where
a
the fuck
place
he's
that
at.
would have no extradition laws.
My behavior on that video is inexcusable.
This morning, Sean Diddy Combs is breaking his silence.
I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now.
Combs stepping out in Miami the same day.
Why is he being so seductive with his voice while he's talking?
He's got to, man. Got to.
I apologize for anything I did on that video.
See, but you would think like, is this like some video with all the new allegations about him, or no, ain't none of that.
Combs stepping out in Miami the same day he posted the apology on Instagram. The incident took place at a Los Angeles hotel in 2016. The surveillance footage obtained by CNN shows Ventura walking down a hallway with Combs chasing after her. He then proceeds to grab Ventura.
How dare you take off while I'm taking a shit, bitch?
Kicking and dragging her as she lay limp.
Let me drag your
The
ass.
assault
Drag
appears
your
to
fat
match
ass
an
down this
incident
hallway.
described in a lawsuit Ventura filed
Damn.
against Combs in November that alleged that Combs became extremely intoxicated and punched Miss Ventura in the face, giving her a black eye. The lawsuit went on to say that Combs threw glass vases at Ventura in the hotel's hallway, which this
Probably.
newly released video also appears to
shit.
show.
Let me grab this
At the time
motherfucking
of the
face.
lawsuit, an attorney for Combs denied Ventura's allegations, calling them outrageous and offensive. They reached a settlement within 24 hours. But in Combs' video Sunday, he now admits the abuse and claims he went to therapy and rehab after this assault.
I went and I sought out professional help. Had asked God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry.
In a statement, Ventura's attorney said Combs' apology is more about himself than the many people he has hurt, that he was only compelled to apologize once his repeated denials were proven false, shows his pathetic desperation. Despite the graphic video, the Los Angeles District Attorney's Office says they cannot charge Combs with a crime in connection to this specific incident because California's statute of limitations has passed. But Combs is facing...
What? The state that says you can accuse somebody of rape 30 years later says you can't accuse somebody of assault 10 years later?
I mean, any state's gonna, it's just statute of limitations. You got to bring that.
So if he would have fucked her in the aisle, he could have got charges. But because he only smacked her around a little bit, that doesn't count.
Yeah, rape tends to carry a higher statute of limitations.
multiple civil lawsuits.
Same with murder.
Allegations including abuse and sexual assault, which Combs has denied. He is also under federal investigation. His California and Florida properties were raided in March, but he has not been charged with any crime.
Representatives for Sean Combs did not respond to our request for comment. Now, in November, that lawsuit that Cassie had filed, she alleges that Sean Diddy Combs paid the hotel $50,000 for that hallway security footage that you just saw. But in a statement to NBC News, IHG Hotels and Resorts said, quote, "This hotel is no longer under IHG management, and we do not have any access to prior incident records or footage," adding that they did not receive money for this footage.
I'm not surprised.
I'm liking the signs in the background.
Yeah, you saw that? Truth, not war. Yeah.
Yeah, free Assange now.
Oh, I didn't see the signs. Go back. I didn't see.
Yeah,
it.
there's someone who right at the end there before they cut away, literally right before where we're at.
Well, he had I saw truth whatever.
Hit play.
Oh.
Support HR or something. Hold on, I'm trying to go back to the beginning of it.
Denied. He is also under federal investigation. His California and Florida properties were raided in March, but he has not been charged with any crime.
Still waiting for the story about the blackmail sex
did not
ring.
respond to our request for
Right,
comment.
yeah,
Now,
that's
in
what I wanna
November,
hear about.
That lawsuit that Cassie had filed, she alleges that Sean Diddy Combs paid the hotel $50,000
House Res 934.
Hit play. Truth,
for that
not war.
hallway security footage that you just saw. But in a statement to NBC News, IHG Hotels and
Tim, your
Resorts
phone
said,
ringing.
quote, "This hotel is no longer under IHG management, and we do
Yeah,
not
yeah,
have
that's good.
any
Yeah, wait 1 sec.
Yeah, there's more.
access to
Hold on.
prior
there-
consent
Yeah,
footage,
I just want to see the
adding that
Assange
they
one.
did not receive money
Yeah, see?
for.
Yeah.
Free Assange now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a huge thing going into convention too. I know some people might show up with signs while Trump's speaking or while RFK's speaking. You can guarantee Free Assange is probably going to be on some signs for some
Oh
people.
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he said he was going to do it, and he never did it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Because he alluded to that in the Candace Owens interview that I saw, where he was like, one of them more than others. More than the other. I'm more sympathetic to, but he still didn't do it. Yeah. He still didn't pardon them, either one. Yeah. I'm on Mitch's side on this one. I want to hear more about the blackmail ring.
Yeah,
we need
that's
to
what
get
it's
into
gonna
that.
be about.
No.
This when we first
I'm
brought up
distracting you with other shit.
Well, to be fair, when we first brought up the Diddy story, the Cassie thing was the part that really kicked off all the investigations into him, because she came out and accused him of all these crimes, and he said that it was offensive and outrageous, but he did settle within 24 hours, which is what they covered again on this story here. And so now the video footage is out that he was in fact guilty, and now he's forced to apologize for it. So if the pattern continues, then the next stuff will be, all the other allegations after the fact. So maybe it's a sign that the rest is coming down around him, but I doubt it. I'm very pessimistic on the future. I'm optimistic that the future looks bright, but I'm pessimistic on these people being held accountable.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
I don't know, man. Ever since Cat Williams went on Sharon Sharp's show, the world hasn't been the same.
I love it because I call Shannon Sharon and he's calling the other Shannon Sharon. So it's perfect. I love it. It's working out great. Just let it continue.
Shannon Sharp does kind of dress like a Sharon sometimes, though. I don't blame you.
It doesn't matter if you're P. Diddy or whoever the hell he names. You're all going down.
Dude.
Was that supposed to be Shannon Sharp?
No, I was going for Cat Williams.
Cat Williams? That was not a good Cat Williams.
I'm not black.
I read 30 books a day, Joe Rogan.
That was better. Yeah.
I walk in the library and that librarian says, "God damn, you got a lot of fucking books. Let me get you 2 cards."
That was better. Yeah. All right. Joey shared this in our Discord. So if you want to share some stories with us on Discord and have us cover some stuff, go ahead and show this. This is Germany's parliament has officially voted to decriminalize possession of child pornography.
Whoa, what?
The move is being celebrated by a pedophile rights activist group, which has also called for age of consent to be dropped down to 12 years old. Welcome to Germany, bitch.
Well, guys, looks like we're going to have to go liberate Germany again.
That's like that one Shane Gillis sketch on Gillian Keys where they're like, next up on the agenda is deciding age of consent from Rhode Island.
Now that's
12.
what the post reads. That's what the post reads. I draw your attention to community notes.
Oh, why the community notes got to come in like that?
This is a complete misrepresentation. The law prevents people from going to jail for simply reporting child porn, teachers, parents, etc., who would otherwise be unable to present proof without going to jail, according to community notes.
That sentence did not make sense. Can you read it again?
This is a complete misrepresentation. The law prevents people from going to jail for simply reporting child porn, teachers, parents, and etc., who would otherwise be unable to present proof without going to jail. So what the community notes are saying is that the law actually protects people from saying, here's the child porn that I found on this guy's computer. Something like that.
If you want to report child porn, you got to look at child porn.
I mean, you got an argument there.
That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
So no need to break out the M1 Grand and storm the beaches.
Hey Joey, why'd you bring this one to us? Why do we have to end the show on this?
Why would they be subject to jail for reporting crimes? I don't think they were. I think this law says that they won't be.
Just in case.
Yeah, let's see what the actual see where this links.
Pro-pedophile activist group.
Okay. Feminist news and opinion is the tagline of this website. I automatically discount everything they say.
Yeah, that's concerning.
Yeah. Germany's parliament has received the votes necessary to remove the section of the criminal code which made possession of child sex abuse materials a felony. Once the bill passed on Thursday comes into effect, minimum sentences for the possession of child pornography will be reduced and the offense will be downgraded to a misdemeanor. According to yeah, I don't know much about Germany's laws, but
The Bundestag's the parliament.
fuck.
The
It
Reichstag.
looks like
Reichstag, yeah.
yeah, I would be totally against it if this part was true, but according to community notes, it's false. And community notes have been pretty on point.
Yeah, unlike Facebook fact checkers, they're pretty good.
So maybe
follow it up
maybe
with
this is his point. He says, why would they be subject for reporting crimes? They had to make a law to protect the people reporting it. So maybe that's his point, is that, you know, this law shouldn't need to exist, but it does now to protect the people who are reporting it.
From if the community notes aren't right, why is this allegedly the pro-pedophile group celebrating this passage of the law?
Yeah, let's see. What does the quote say? Pedophile rights activist group. I'm going to search pedophile on my computer. Pedophile right. Okay, why is it not working?
There you go.
Pro-pedophile activists. Let me put this up. The move has already been praised by notorious pro-pedophile activist group known as Kruma 13 or K13. An activist group has been described as a self-help organization for pedosexuals. What? In a blog post written by... Okay, but see, I'm not going to take this with too much because when you say things like this...
But just read it. Just read it real quick. Yeah.
In a blog post written by its founder and dated May 17th, K13 laments that no politician in all factions apologized to the thousands upon thousands of those affected who fell victim to the 2020 law, which had made possession of child abuse materials a felony. What? Why can't I understand what I just read? No politician in all factions apologized to those thousands upon thousands. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Further advises all visitors to visit their site and relevant defense lawyers submit application for stays of proceedings on behalf of their clients in ongoing proceedings in order to wait out the period of time until the law goes into effect. Notorious group was founded, blah, blah, blah. The taboo of pedophilia must finally be broken at all levels of society. If a pedophile can come out without fear of exclusion or even demonization, then this is the best prevention against child abuse.
What? Wait, what?
The taboo of pedophilia must finally be broken at all levels of society. If a pedophile can come out without fear of exclusion or even demonization, then this is the best prevention against child abuse. Let them fly their freak flag.
Yeah, that's wrong. No, that is wrong.
For babies
Compelling point. Now jump out the helicopter.
For babies and toddlers and elementary school students, the sexual component in such a relationship is problematic. Yeah, I agree.
So this is all coming from the blog post of the allegedly coming from the blog post of the alleged pro-pedophilia group.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't care what the pro-pedophilia group has to say about the law because it's the same thing as saying like, well, you know, all these Nazis support Michael Rectenwald for president, so therefore Michael Rectenwald is a Nazi. It'd be the same argument. I don't care what they say about it. I want to know what the actual law is.
Yeah.
But also, I don't trust these people.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Redo.
See it from a more reputable source, then I'll believe it.
Looks like the name of their source is Redo. Like they need to redo a lot of their fucking posts for inaccuracies.
What the fuck is that word? Say that word, Rob.
I can't really.
I'm not reading the fuck.
Can't really say it. Bundeskriminalamt.
Yeah.
Bundeskriminalamt.
Functions of the central office dealing with child pornography. Okay, I don't know. We'll keep looking into this.
Yeah, we'll have to report back on this or something.
Yeah.
Share more stories that we can get all deep in the woods about. Sounds like wood chippery to me. Absolutely. Well, yeah, the group definitely does.
Yeah.
Don't know about the law, but the group definitely, compelling points now face the wall.
Also, like to be fair, like I do watch a lot of the Alex Rosen. You ever see that guy? He's the big bald bearded guy.
Yeah.
For the Pedo Patrol, and he catches a lot of these guys.
I just came to get a cupcake.
Yeah, a lot of these guys are retarded.
Oh, is he the new Chris Hansen?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's good. A lot of these guys are definitely got something mentally going on with them wrong, and you know, I think it's a mental issue. Obviously, is wrong, but a lot of these people, like, if they see something that passes like this, they're like, oh, this means that. They probably cannot analyze it to realize that it works against them. But I don't know. Maybe we look at the actual law and see what it says. All right, thank you guys for watching. Thanks, Joey and Kelly, for being in the chat. Like and subscribe if you're catching this and you're new, and join the Discord. We got any plugs? You got any plugs before we get out of here?
Go ahead.
Just catch us in DC. Follow me at Mitch Connor JLo and check out 1776 swag.
Hell yeah!
Nice.
Every time.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Keep following the show. Discord, all that kind of stuff. They said hi to Joey and Kelly. I say hi to JC. Always, he's a silent one in the chat, but friends of Joey and Kelly. So always good to have a nice little community of people here watching. So if you want to watch live, be sure to follow on Twitter and Discord. All the links are in the description below. And next week is it should be a Mitch show. So
Yeah.
Here we
Yeah.
go. What are we doing
We'll
for
see.
convention, boys? We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll have to figure
it
out
out.
the convention, and then me and Mitch will probably talk about next week's show, because I don't get back in town until Tuesday from convention, because I fly into Panama City.
So we might do a
we'll see.
Wednesday next week.
Yeah, it might be a different off kind of week.
Yeah.
We'll do a Wednesday instead of a Tuesday or something like that, and we'll definitely have a recap of all the events, and then Duke and I will settle our bet to who was right.
Yep. Plugs for me. I want to thank everyone again for coming out and see me open up for Robbie the Fire Bernstein. I want to thank Robbie for letting me open up for him and being a fucking cool hang afterwards. We went to Denny's and supported the Denny's caucus. Although the steak was terrible, he didn't even finish it. So Denny's, still the god,
Denny's for you.
still the god that failed us. But the waitress that worked at Denny's that night was like literally every Denny's waitress ever. Like, she had been there for ages. She was old and decrepit. It was crazy.
That's Denny's.
Yeah, so I want to thank you guys for coming out to West Palm and supporting the Porch Tour and the kickoff of that. It was a great show. Robbie said it was the best sound he'd ever had on a Porch Tour. And then I want to thank my friends for coming out to my show on Thursday. I don't have any shows lined up right now, but when I do, I'll let you guys know. And other than that, Joey will be kicking off College Football Extravaganza pretty soon. Talks are in on the sports ball. So College Football Extravaganza if you like
boys.
college football.
After show, see y'all there. Thanks for watching.